I was on a high-speed train, and a pregnant woman was in my seat. I politely asked her to move. Excuse me, this is my seat.
What's the difference where you sit? Can't you see I'm pregnant?
Who the hell do you think you are? Can't you give up your seat for my wife? You're pushing your luck, aren't you?
I didn't argue with them. I just paid 2,000 yuan to upgrade to business class. But before I could enjoy it for long, the train conductor came looking for me.
Sir, I'm very sorry to disturb your rest.
It's fine. What's the matter?
It's like this. Those two passengers back there.
He's the one who upgraded, right? And now his seat is bigger and more comfortable. I don't care. My wife wants to sit in his seat.
Sir, please return to your designated carriage area. Don't disturb the other passengers. Sir, the situation is... What that gentleman is suggesting is that you...
Want me to give up my business class seat and give it to them?
Yes, that's what they mean. Of course, if you agree. We can coordinate a refund for your upgrade fee.
My answer is no way. I paid to upgrade for a quiet and comfortable ride, not to deal with people who don't know how to behave. How they rudely took my seat just now. How they violently threw my laptop bag on the floor. The train surveillance and the surrounding. Passengers saw it all clearly. For people with no bottom line and no manners, I have no obligation to feel sympathy or make allowances.
What the hell are you saying? You're a grown man. How can you be so cold and vicious? My wife is pregnant. What's the big deal about giving up a seat? Will you die?
You have no compassion at all. You're so rich you can afford business class, and you care about one seat? Aren't you afraid of karma?
What's wrong with your crew? Letting such hooligans make a scene. Is this your security standard for business class? Deal with them now, or I'll call to complain.
I'm sorry, sir. We'll handle it immediately. You two passengers, your actions have severely disrupted train order and posed a personal threat and harassment to others. We hereby notify you. This train refuses to carry you further. The next stop is Jiangchang North. Please gather your luggage and disembark with us immediately. To be handed over to the station police. I'm not getting off. You're bullying a pregnant woman. My stomach hurts. If anything happens to me, none of you will get away with it. Ma'am, if you're unwell, we all help next to you, the 120 emergency ambulance. But you must get off this train.
Under the disdainful gaze of the entire carriage, I were forced off the high-speed rail. Like two stray dogs. The world is finally quiet. I feel incredibly relieved. The hours of travel passed in a flash.
You little brat, just you wait. Don't think I don't know who you are. You guys kicked off. My mom was so worried at home, she had a heart attack. I'm not finished with you.
It was that Gao Hu. Looks like this isn't over.
Is this Lon Bai? You rotten, despicable, worthless piece of trash. Where are my son and daughter-in-law? You made it so they can't even ride a train. What are you scheming? I'm talking to you, you mute. Listen up. Here live my son, my unborn grandchild. I swear I'll fight you to the death.
Ma'am, I have 3 suggestions for you. First, control your son. Teach him how to be an adult who follows national laws and public rules. Second, take your daughter-in-law to the hospital to get her head checked. Not her stomach. Ignorance and stubbornness are more terrifying than any virus, and they're hereditary. Third, if you call to harass me again, I won't hesitate to hand over all the surveillance footage from the train, including the evidence of your son's verbal abuse and threats towards me, to my lawyer and report it to the police.
Xiao Bai, are you in some kind of trouble out there?
Mom, what's wrong?
A woman just called my private number. She was so nasty, the things she said were filthy. She said you hurt her son, called you a cold-blooded monster. She even threatened to make life miserable for our whole family. To splash red paint on our doorstep.
My mother is a decent, honest, retired teacher. She obviously found those vulgar words too shameful to repeat. They didn't just find my number. They actually doxed my mother's number too. My family's peace is my absolute, untouchable red line. Since you're asking for it, don't blame me for being ruthless. Mom, don't overthink it and don't be scared. I'm taking the high-speed rail back. Someone tried to take my seat. They were unreasonable and got escorted off the train.
So that's what happened. I knew my son isn't the kind to bully the weak. But how did they find? From the sound of her voice, that woman was really aggressive. It was like she wanted to eat someone alive. They won't do anything to you, will they? Should we report this to the police?
Don't worry, Mom. We live in a society governed by law, with surveillance everywhere. They wouldn't dare do anything to me.
Okay.
Block that number right now. And from now on, don't answer any calls from unknown numbers. Leave this matter to me to handle. Just act like nothing happened, okay? The Gao Hu family has completely crossed the line, harassing me personally. I could treat as a mad dog barking and use the rules to punish them. But using illegal means to dox my elderly mother and threaten her? Absolutely not.
Xiaobai, the person named and shamed in this post. Is that you?
I clicked the link. It redirected to our city's largest lifestyle forum. The poster's ID was anonymous. But judging by the content, it's definitely Gao Hu.
Lon Bai, you need to see this post. Does this have something to do with you?
It's a bit blurry, but anyone who knows me would recognize me in an instant. Listed right at the bottom of the post. Well, my contact details. This post, full of lies and emotional manipulation, had already racked up tens of thousands of views and thousands of replies in just a few hours. Now, I finally understand how they found my mother's number. Doxing. Cyberbullying. This mob is using the power of the internet to strip me bare, to leave me with nothing. They're trying to cancel me, to make me socially dead. I thought kicking them out of the car was the end of it, but they forced my hand. I took a deep breath, forcing myself to calm down. Hello, Manager Wong.
Long by, have you gotten into some kind of online conflict?
As expected, the public opinion storm spread faster than I imagined. It's already affecting work. Manager Wong, things are nothing like what's being said online. EDSA is maliciously sprinklers. Explain.
Long by, don't explain it to me. I'm warning you. The company's public inbox is already flooded with outraged complaint emails. And under our company's official social media accounts, a flood of netizens are attacking you by name and smearing our company culture along the way. The big boss from headquarters has personally called to inquire about this matter. Lon Bai, you're a key employee at the company. Your ability is recognized, but this situation has caused extremely severe damage to the company's reputation. I don't care about the truth. I want you to immediately handle this matter quietly and quickly. Go apologize, pay some compensation, get the post taken down. Don't let this escalate further. Do you understand me?
I understand completely. Manager Wong's meaning is clear. He wants me to compromise, to swallow this injustice, to apologize to the perpetrator, using my personal dignity, to quell this storm as fast as possible. As for what the truth really is, whether I've been wronged, whether my family has been threatened, the company doesn't care at all. All they care about is the company's cold reputation and profits. This is the company I've worked my heart out for 5 years. All right. Manager Wong, I understand. I'll handle it promptly. Gao Hu Zhouya, Zhao Chengli, and those keyboard warriors who, without knowing the truth, drew their swords against me, and the company leaders who just want to smooth things over. They've all joined forces to push me to the edge of the cliff. One step back is an abyss. My reputation, my job, my family would all be dragged into an inescapable quagmire. I cannot retreat. Since they want to play, then I'll play a big game with them. Hey, 1-1.
Xiao Bai, you workaholic, what? Makes you think to call me? Didn't you just get back from your trip?
Xiao Wan, my college bestie. Also the most formidable woman I know. More importantly, she's now a senior partner at a top-tier law firm specializing in defamation cases. Known in the industry as the undefeated Iron Lady. 1-1. I'm in trouble. I need your professional help. I had a conflict with someone on the high-speed train. The mother of the person I clashed with called to harass and threaten me and posted defamatory content online. The company is also pressuring me.
I found that post, Xiao Bai. This is no longer a simple verbal dispute. The other party's actions involve suspected provocation, disturbance, and slander, and seriously violate your privacy and reputation rights. They published your phone number, incited netizens to dox you, causing severe cyberbullying. If serious consequences occur, it could even constitute a criminal offense. Now listen to me. Follow my steps immediately. First, for all incoming harassing calls, save all the screenshots and recordings of the malicious text sent. Create a detailed timeline. Second, that post defaming you. I've already arranged for my firm's assistant to perform web page notarization to preserve the original evidence, to prevent them from deleting the posts and destroying evidence. Third, send me the recording of the threatening call your mother received. Now, go immediately to the police station in your jurisdiction to file a report. Say you've been subjected to organized cyberbullying and personal threats, demanding a case be opened.
Okay, I'm leaving right now. I was originally worried that if the other party was just an ordinary person ignorant of the law, at most it would be public security detention and civil compensation. Too cheap for them. Unbelievable. So this is the trump card that allows you to stir up trouble online with impunity? Gaohu, oh Gaohu, you're adorably stupid. To hand over your most fatal weakness in black and white and deliver it right to me.
Damn, Xiao Bai, this really is a smoking gun falling from the sky. One text message not only confirms the extortion and threats against you, but also directly drags a leader into this. This is practically nuclear-level evidence.
1-1, get ready to work. Since they've shown their hand, we'll just reel in the net. Flip their table over.
It's like fate thinks they're not dying fast enough. Handing us the knife. Xiao Bai, listen up. Originally, that gal who doxing you online, harassing you, was at most creating disturbances and infringing on personal information. Even if he goes in, it's a sentence of a few months to a year and a half at most. But he absolutely should not have dragged public authority out to be his banner. A city leader? What big official prestige. Regardless of whether this uncle actually participated in pressuring your company, as long as Gao is using his name to swagger around, intimidate, and extort, that directly crosses the red line. This is no longer a simple civil dispute. This is a doorstep lead for anti-gang, anti-evil, and anti-corruption.
So you mean?
I mean we're playing for big stakes. I'll draft a real name report letter immediately, including your experience on the high-speed rail and the cyberbullying screenshots. Especially this blackmail text message, all bundled together. First thing tomorrow morning at work, I'll have someone directly submit the materials to the city's higher-ups and the inspection team's petition office. I'll make sure his official uncle can't even enjoy his dinner tomorrow night.
Fine, I'll do as you say. A whistleblower letter counts as one avenue. But the mudslinging on me and their threat to my mom, that account. I have to settle with them personally. The number of comments under the post has already broken the 5,000 mark. The screen is filled with curses for me, the cold-blooded, suit-wearing thug. Yahoo is still constantly in the post, replying to those netizens who pity him. His words are full of grievance. He's playing the victim card perfectly. Someone posted my company's address. Comments are threatening to go to first thing in the morning, with banners to kick me out. I've screenshotted all the defamation and exposure. Comments. Yahoo slandered the high-speed rail crew in the post. Yahoo in the post, inside the crew's comments. This was actually an extremely stupid move on his part. To attack me, he dragged the authorities into the water. Hello, I'm a passenger from today's Jiangxi North Station, on the G444 business class train. Regarding the currently circulating online post about the old mail attended forcing a pregnant woman off the train, I solemnly declare the content of this post is seriously untrue. It is a malicious edit by the party involved, Mr. Gao, twisting the facts. I weighed every word of this statement. It states my position and cleverly shifts the pressure onto the authorities. The screen shows the other party's ID is a cat who likes painting. The avatar is a very cute cartoon cat. Somehow, I clicked on that private message. There was no foul language, only an extremely cautious greeting, and a 3-minute-long video file.
Excuse me, are you the gentleman on that high-speed train today? I was sitting diagonally behind that couple. I was recording the scenery outside the window and accidentally captured the whole process. I see everyone online is cursing you now. I think they're going too far. That pregnant woman was clearly being unreasonable, and the staff were just following the rules. I didn't dare to speak up in that post. I was afraid they'd cyberbully me too. I'm sending you this video. I hope it helps you. Stay strong, justice will win.
The video footage is extremely clear. Even the audio is exceptionally perfect. The whole process without every single edit vividly exposes the Yahoo family's domineering and unreasonable behavior, and their complete ignorance of the law. With this evidence, your family will be permanently nailed to the pillar of shame. At first, he thought it was just a typical online dispute. He was ready to follow the routine procedure and take a statement, then have me go home and wait for news. It was a threatening text from my uncle, a city leader. The paper documents revealed that Yahoo paid for trolls to illegally obtain my mother's private phone number and more.
Young man, do you realize what this means? Is this text message real?
Of course I know. I'm not here for mediation today. I'm not here to report a common public order case either. I'm here to accuse Yahoo of suspected hitting quarrels and provoking trouble, extortion, blackmail, and illegally obtaining citizens' personal information. I demand an immediate case, filing an investigation to uncover the interest and protect the line.
The situation is complex, involving suspected criminal offenses. You proceed with the statement. I'll report to the leadership immediately.
For the next 3 hours, I cooperated in providing an extremely detailed statement and handed over all the original evidence on the spot. They immediately announced they would form a task force. Information. However, the moment I opened the social media app, I was stunned. The post that listed my phone number and clamored for my social death actually showed that the content had been deleted by the original author.
Regarding today's online rumors about the male passenger on the G3X3 train forcing a pregnant woman to disembark, the factual truth is now announced as follows. In a society ruled by law, the law absolutely does not tolerate anyone using the name of the weak to engage in the act of unreasonably occupying seats.
Yahoo, your time is up. The official wording was extremely severe, with no intention of glossing things over. At the end of the announcement, it clearly stated that regarding the rumor monger's infringement of others' reputation rights and acts of picking quarrels and provoking trouble, higher authorities have joined forces and formally initiated an investigation. Since you all love online trials so much, I'll give you a trial. You'll never forget. The title is You Asked For It. Below were 3 attached photos. They were the laptop bag with white scratches from being hit. Screenshot of the threatening text message from my uncle, the leader, and the case acceptance receipt issued by the Superior Municipal Department. I clicked publish, keeping the original comment and adding 3 images. In just half an hour, the number of shares and comments exploded exponentially. Public opinion, faced with this irrefutable evidence, underwent a shocking 180-degree reversal.
Damn, I must be blind. We actually sympathized with those two jerks earlier today. This guy is way too arrogant. That's the back figure, for God's sake. He just smashed it without a second thought. Who does he think he is? Some local tyrant.
What about being pregnant? Does pregnancy give you right to ignore all rules? And poorly apply the emergency exit? The staff did an amazing job. They should kick people like this out.
Tonight, someone's definitely going to be up all night.
Lon Bai. The clue you gave us last night was crucial. We acted overnight, based on the phone number from that blackmail text, and the IP address of the Water Army account at 6 o'clock this morning. We picked Yahoo up from his home, and brought him in for compulsory questioning.
How's his attitude now? Is he still as arrogant as before? Still threatening that his uncle will make me unable to stay in the city?
Arrogant? He doesn't have a single trace of arrogance left. This guy's a typical legal illiterate who bullies the weak and fears the strong. As soon as he walked into the interrogation room and saw all the Water Army transaction records, and the video you provided, he got so scared he pissed his pants, crying his eyes out. He confessed that after the online video went viral. His wife's workplace called last night and fired her immediately. He's scared out of his wits right now. And his mother, Zhao Chunli, has been throwing a tantrum in the police station lobby this whole time, begging to see you. Lon Bai, as an officer handling this case, I have to ask you this following procedure question. Gao, who is cooperating extremely well now, he says he's willing to cover all your financial losses, publicly apologize in the newspaper, and additionally pay you a sum of compensation for mental damage. Would you accept civil mediation for this case?
Officer Lee, thank you and everyone here for working so hard overnight on this case. But I reject any form of mediation. I don't need his little compensation money, and I don't want his crocodile tears. He illegally obtained my personal information, cyberbullied me, and threatened my family. The nature of this incident is extremely serious hooliganism and provocation. I demand that the case be handled according to the law. Detention if it calls for detention, prosecution if it calls for prosecution. I want him to have a criminal record. I want him to remember this for the rest of his life. Adults must pay the price for their arrogance and illegal actions.
Well, you've got guts, kid. Since the victim refuses mediation, we'll proceed directly with the criminal case filing process. As for the issue with his uncle who's a leader, we've already transferred the leads to our superiors. I believe we'll see results very soon.
I've already won a total victory on this front. Next, it's time to deal with my wonderful company that only knows how to curry favor with the powerful and demands that I compromise.
Lon Bai, you don't need to work here anymore. Take this document and go handle the procedures.
Manager Wong, may I ask who drafted this notice?
This is a collective decision made by the company's senior management. Lon Bai, don't think you're being wronged. The company has nurtured you for so many years, giving you a platform. Is this how you repay the company? Do you have any idea that this morning, calls from headquarters reached the chairman's office?
So what? Before the senior management made this decision, did even a single person bother to ask me for the truth of the matter? Did anyone look at the case acceptance receipt issued just last night? Any official statement released today?
Lon Bai. You're still too young, too impulsive. In this society, the truth isn't always the most important thing. What matters is the impact, the unwritten rules of the circle. Let me be straight with you. That uncle on the other side, he's a prominent figure in the city. He may not have sent an official document directly to our company, but with just a casual word to a few media friends or business owners, how well do you think our company's future days will be? We're in the business sector. Harmony brings wealth, understand? You need to go apologize to them immediately. Drop the case, show some humility. Once the dust settles, the company will naturally consider letting you come back.
Ha.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because you executives aren't just stupid. You're spineless to the extreme. The truth isn't important. Harmony brings wealth. So in your eyes, the company's so-called corporate image is about robbing and paying for illegal ignorance and illegal online harassment of others. It's about bowing down to someone hiding in the shadows. Corrupt officials abusing their power, groveling and servile.
Lon Bai, what nonsense are you spouting? How dare you slander the leadership?
Slander? Me? Yao, who has been forcibly taken in this morning, suspected of taking quarrels and provoking trouble, and the crime of infringing on citizens' personal information. He's sitting inside right now. And that so-called leader uncle of his will soon face investigation from higher-ups. And you, as a legally operating company, when your employee faced baseless online violence and death threats, not only failed to provide any legal assistance, but to curry favor with a corrupt official about to fall. You couldn't wait to stab your own employee in the back. This is what you call circle rules? This is your Proud corporate culture. It's utterly disgusting.
Long by, you not only damaged the company's reputation. Now you're openly defying your superiors. Forget the suspension notice. You're fired. Pack your things and get out. Now.
Oof. You're not qualified to fire me. Manager Wong, listen clearly. You didn't fire me. I long by quit. I'm leaving you. This rotten to the core company. As for the slander against my reputation in that notice, you're a breach of contract by unilaterally stopping my salary without following proper legal procedures. We'll settle this at labor arbitration. Hey, 1-1.
What's up, Xiaobai? You sound pumped.
I just quit my job. I'm officially unemployed.
Ha ha ha. Well done. I told you before. There's no point staying in a lousy company that just exploits its staff. Perfect timing. Now you have plenty of time to join me in fighting this tough battle.
Yeah, the appetizers are finished. 1-1, is that real name whistleblowing letter ready? Send it to the city superiors and the inspection team. It's time to let this fire burn where it truly hurts them.
Roger that. Nuke launched. ETA 5 minutes.
Without the internet's camouflage, he's just a paper tiger that bursts with one poke.
Lawyer Xiao, Mr. Lon. There's someone at reception asking for Mr. Lon.
Who is it? Do they have an appointment?
No appointment. It's an older woman, dressed plainly. And she seems not in a great mental state. She's been crying at the front desk. She said if she doesn't see Mr. Lon by, she'll kneel and die at the law firm's entrance. Security can't persuade her.
Let her in.
Mr. Lon, here is 100,000 yuan. It's our family's entire savings. Please, be magnanimous and go to the police station to drop the charges. Withdraw that letter from the higher-ups. My brother, this morning. He was taken by the higher-ups for suspension and investigation. Our family's world has collapsed, Mr. Lon. Our family truly knows we were wrong. Biaohu was just momentarily foolish. I spoiled him since he was a child. He's hot-tempered, but his heart isn't bad. Ever since he was arrested by the police that day, my pregnant daughter-in-law. Her workplace saw the videos online, said it was bad for their image, and fired her on the spot. Now she's alone, with a big belly, crying at home every day. She can't even eat. If something happens to the baby, how will our Gao family survive? Mr. Lon, here is 100,000 yuan. This is our compensation to you, for emotional distress and a laptop bag. If it's not enough, I'll borrow more. I just beg you to be merciful and go to the police station to sign a letter of understanding. Biaohu can't go to jail. If he gets a criminal record, his life is ruined. His future children wouldn't even pass political vetting. And also, that complaint letter you sent to the higher-ups. Please withdraw it. My brother was taken in for questioning this morning. He worked his whole life to get to this position. He can't be dragged down by our family's mess. I'm begging you. I'll kowtow to you.
Ma'am, this act of crying, making a scene, and threatening suicide doesn't work at our law firm. There are cameras everywhere. If you kneel, people might think we're extorting you. Speak your mind standing up.
Ms. Zhao, I remember on the phone a few days ago, you didn't speak to me like this. You asked me then, what kind of heart I had to harm your son and daughter-in-law, to the point they couldn't even take a car. You call me cold-blooded. You even threatened to make me and my mother's whole family suffer. Did you ever think then, if I were just an ordinary person without the means to upgrade my seat, without friends who know the law, what would be my fate now? I would have been cyberbullied online by the trolls your son hired, until my reputation was completely ruined. I'll lose my job because your official relative is putting pressure on me. My mother with high blood pressure will be hospitalized by your vicious threatening calls when you arrogantly occupied seats on the high-speed rail. Did you ever think about leaving others a way out? When you spread rumors online and distorted the truth, you didn't think about leaving others a way out. When you used power to pressure and threaten my entire family, you didn't leave me any way to survive. Now your son is in jail, your backer is gone. You realize you've kicked an iron plate, so you come running with 100,000 yuan to talk about magnanimity and mercy with me. Take your money and get out.
How can you be so heartless? I'm kneeling before you. I've even brought 100,000 yuan. What more do you want? Are you only satisfied when you force us, the whole family, to our deaths? You devil. You won't die a good death.
What more do I want? Not only will I not drop the charges, I also won't sign a letter of understanding. Your son will not only face huge civil compensation, but he'll also have to serve time in prison for his acts of picking quarrels, provoking trouble, and infringing on personal information. Oh, and Ms. Zhao, because you previously illegally obtained my mother's phone number and used vicious language to threaten and intimidate her just an hour ago. My lawyer has submitted an application to the court to add you as a defendant. On this civil lawsuit for damages, besides your son, your name has now been added. Keep your 100,000 yuan. That's part of what you'll be compensating me for emotional distress. We'll see you in court.
There's no justice. The rich bully ordinary people. Murder.
Security. Please escort this lady out. If she causes another disturbance at the law firm's entrance, disrupting work, call the police directly.
Let go of me. You heartless beasts. Lonbai, you won't die a good death. I won't let you off even as a ghost.
Well done. Dealing with people like this requires hitting them where it hurts most. Adding her as a defendant, now their whole family, is neatly accounted for.
What stage is the process at now?
The criminal case side has finished securing evidence and is preparing to transfer it to the prosecution for indictment. As for our civil damages case, Xiao Bai, the court summons just came. The official notice has been issued. The court hearing is scheduled for next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Also, a senior of mine who works at the municipal level just gave me an inside tip. Gao Hu's powerful uncle has been implicated in serious disciplinary violations and abuse of power, interfering with normal corporate HR and acting as a protective umbrella for relatives. Just now, the authorities officially issued an internal notice, suspending him for investigation. He's done for. Pulling out one exposes another. He'll likely spend the rest of his life inside. That's the infamous slippery eel lawyer Chen from our city's legal circle. He specializes in these messy, nuisance cases. A master at finding legal loopholes and skating the edge. A ruthless lawyer who'll stop at nothing to win.
Slippery eel? Even if he were a dragon today, I'd skin him alive.
Plaintiff, state your claims.
Your Honor, our claims are as follows. First, we demand the defendant, Yahoo, Zhao Junli, immediately cease their defamation and personal threats against our client, and require them to publish a handwritten apology in national mainstream media and on the involved online platforms for a continuous period of 30 days. Second, we demand the defendant compensate our client for the destroyed high-end custom laptop bag and the loss of crucial internal data, totaling 158,000 renminbi. Third, we demand the defendant compensate our client for lost wages due to the cyberbullying, reputational damage, and emotional distress, totaling 500,000 renminbi. Furthermore, given that the defendant, Yahoo and others, in this incident, employed illegal means by buying online trolls, infringing on citizens' personal information, we have reported it to the police. Criminal proceedings are currently underway concurrently. We reserve the right to pursue additional civil compensation.
Defendant, what is your response to the plaintiff's claims?
First, we acknowledge our client, Mr. Gao's behavior on high-speed train.
Was indeed excessive.
We admit that. But the court must consider the cause.
Mr. Gao, whose wife is a
Pregnant woman, 6 months alone. The carriage was stuffy at the time, causing her extreme physical discomfort.
even signs of a threatened miscarriage. I ask you,
What man, about to become a father,
seeing his wife and
when his unborn child was in danger, he understandably lost control of his emotions. He was simply trying to secure a slightly more spacious seat for his pregnant wife.
isn't that a basic human instinct?
Now, let's look at the plaintiff, Mr. Lunbai.
As a healthy, well-off adult male, he showed not a shred of compassion or gentlemanly conduct. Instead, he was cold and verbally abusive. It was the plaintiff's deliberate provocation and incitement that escalated the subsequent conflict. As for those online posts, they were merely my client's emotional outcry and plea for help, posted online, when he found no other recourse. The so-called online harassment the plaintiff claims to have suffered was the public's spontaneous moral judgment.
It has nothing to do with my client. We absolutely reject this extortionate claim
of 500,000 yuan.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense is twisting the argument, using so-called moral pressure to conceal their client's illegal acts of seizing a seat, damaging property, and hiring trolls to spread rumors.
Sustained. Counsel for the defense, please confine your arguments to factual evidence. Avoid inflammatory or speculative language. Your Honor, since the plaintiff's side keeps
Emphasizing facts and truth.
then today, to prove that the plaintiff, Mr. Lunbai, in this case, is not the innocent and rational person he portrays himself to be,
To prove that his actions on the high-speed train
stem from a consistent pattern of poor character and deliberate provocation.
we submit to the court a crucial piece of recorded evidence.
Your Honor, this is a recording of interviews with the former HR director of the plaintiff's company and
Several of his former colleagues.
Long guy? Oh, that guy. He was always incredibly harsh at work. Had a terrible temper. Looked down on us lower-level employees. He's extremely selfish, hates kids and pregnant women. In the office, if he heard someone talking about their children, he'd slam files around. We heard about the high-speed train incident. Knowing him, he definitely saw the pregnant woman as an easy target. He deliberately used vicious words to provoke her husband. He intentionally goaded the other man into smashing his bag, so he could extort money. After all, his performance at work has been poor lately. He's been planning to change jobs for a while.
Your Honor, members of the media present. You all heard it. This is the plaintiff's true face. He is no victim. He is a calculating schemer. Utterly devoid of moral standards, exploiting a pregnant woman's plight for personal gain. A hypocrite seeking exorbitant compensation. I implore the court to dismiss the plaintiffs. All unreasonable and extortionate claims.
Your Honor, the so-called former colleague's recording, just played by the defense counsel, is full of subjective speculation and malicious slander. It cannot serve as valid evidence in this case. On the contrary, it proves that the defendant, in a desperate situation, still attempts to deceive the court with lies. Since the defense is so eager for the truth, then let's show them what constitutes real ironclad evidence. Your Honor, we request to submit 3 new pieces of evidence. These will completely tear off the defendant's mask of hypocrisy.
Permission granted.
The first piece of evidence, legally obtained by us from the Jiangqing branch of the China Railway Police, is the official, seamless surveillance footage and audio from carriages 1 to 2 of train G999 on the day of the incident.
Even if the video is real, this is just a common civil property dispute.
Don't rush, Attorney Chen. The main event is yet to come. The second piece of evidence is the bank statement of Gao Hu, legally obtained by the Criminal Investigation Brigade. After receiving our report and the interrogation transcript of the person in charge of an illegal internet troll company, the evidence shows that on the afternoon after the high-speed rail incident, Gao Hu made 3 transfers totaling 80,000 RMB to an illegal account named Shadow Network PR to purchase trolls for malicious posting, incite netizens to dox our client, and illegally obtain the private contact information of our client and his mother. Your Honor, Defendant Gao Hu's actions have severely violated laws against picking quarrels and provoking trouble, and infringing upon citizens' personal information. This is not at all the act of a father protecting his wife. This is a cyberbully who, to achieve his goals, would not hesitate to destroy another person's life.
Ah.
Attorney Xiao, deliver our final gift to them.
The third piece of evidence is a phone call recording. This is a phone conversation our client had with Manager Wang, the head of HR at his former company, before receiving the suspension notice from him.
Her uncle is a leader. If she just gives a heads up to her media friends or company bosses, how could our company have an easy time in the future? Go apologize now.
This isn't just a recording. It was 2 days ago. The higher-ups have officially filed a case against the leader you reported. The investigation confirmed he long abused his power, meddled in local business operations, and acted as a shield for his relatives' bullying. He's now expelled from both party and post, facing prosecution.
This court finds the defendant involved in multiple criminal acts. With solid evidence, we grant the plaintiffs full civil compensation claim. Furthermore, as defendant Gao Hu is suspected of picking quarrels and infringing on personal information, this case is transferred to higher authorities immediately. Lawyer Qian. Lawyer Qian. Save me. I'll pay more, Lawyer Qian.
Let's go, Xiaobai. I booked the best private kitchen in Jiangqing. We're celebrating big today.
Mr. Lan Bai, hello. I'm Lu Qingning, CEO of Jiangcheng Hengyuan Group. I just finished watching the live stream of your trial. Your logical prowess and crisis management were impressive. I wonder if you're free this afternoon. I'd like to discuss your future over tea.
It's my honor to be noticed by the CEO herself. Where shall we have this tea? President Liu.
Half an hour, Peninsula Cafe, top floor of Jiangcheng Center. I'll be waiting.
A big fish took the bait?
Not just big. A leviathan that can carry me straight over the Dragon Gate. When the celebration's on hold. Keep an eye on the follow-up documents. I'm off too. A meeting will change my fate.
Mr. Lan, let's be direct. Hengyuan Group is in the most critical phase of preparing for IPO. What we lack most is someone like you, with sharp crisis awareness, who knows how to use the law as a strategic weapon and doesn't crumble under pressure. Your old company fired you to please a dying corrupt official. That was their stupidity. I, Lu Qingning, don't care about superficialities. Here are 2 options. First, return to your old branch as vice president. I'll have that HR manager Wang fired immediately to vent your anger. Second, come directly to headquarters as Deputy Director of Group Public Relations and the legal department. Triple your annual salary with equity shares.
I feel Mr. Liu's sincerity, but I have a quirk. I don't like taking things for free. When pie falls from the sky, I need to check if it's laced with slow poison. You recognize my commercial value as the common person's flag against injustice during this viral trend. Once I joining UN, and UN's social reputation and stock fundamentals will see a huge boost. It's a profitable deal, right?
Ha 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 lon bye. You're smarter and clearer-headed than I imagined. Exactly, it's win-win. So which do you choose?
I choose the second option, headquarters. But I have an additional condition. I don't want your promised equity shares. I want Hung UN Group to invest $5 million to establish an anti-cyberbullying and legal aid fund for the vulnerable led by me, dedicated to ordinary people like me who face baseless online attacks and can't afford high lawyer fees, providing solid legal aid. I'll make all legal illiterates and cyberbullies know that distorting truth online comes at a bloody cost.
Giving up equity to become a sword-piercing darkness. Deputy Director Lon. Welcome to Heng UN Group. The Foundation Group invests $10 million.
But to me, that doesn't matter anymore. A belated apology is worthless. No anger, no rage, no ecstasy, and no preaching. Just 4 words. Dust has settled. Sigh.
Director Lon, your seat is business class 01A. All arranged for you. A dedicated car will pick you up at headquarters.
Over a month ago, I faced bullying by legal illiterates here, pushed to life's cliff edge. Now, as Group Deputy Director, I head to a broader battlefield. This hard-won peace feels wonderful.